Hey, it's your girl Monique 69 Ways Johnson, and I'm here for Summer House Martha's Vineyard, Season 2, Episode 5 and 6. Yes, 5 and 6. I am behind y'all. Yeah, this is a double recap. I'm just playing catch up. Um, yeah, let's get to Episode 5. I have wrote down little notes. I don't have much notes or no screenshots for this episode. It wasn't really much going on. So, episode 5, continue off what episode 4 ended, where Jasmine was having a breakdown when they was out, I guess having dinner, and drinks, and what have you. Yeah, she continued to break down. Said she needs her friends to be supportive and not flip flop on some flip flop stuff. So she expressed about Silas' deployment, how it could be extended beyond the 10 months, which is unfortunate when she has a baby when they have a baby on the way. So that sucks. And Bria going on how she was disrespected in many ways last summer by Mariah, and how she doesn't feel comfortable of Mariah come around. And I'm looking like, but last year, she was on another YouTuber, Campfire, channel, saying that things was cool between her and Mariah, and she don't mind being around her. So what's the problem now? So I don't know. It's weird. Unless she forgot she said that last year. So yeah, I don't understand Bria. Then Preston jumped in because Bria can get on people nerves when she start acting bratty, and Preston is one of them. Like she was getting on his nerves, like for real. So he jumped in. Yeah, so Preston jumped in and he asked a question about what would happen if, though if he would have said no, but the rest of the house said yes, about Phil. Um, and she said she would never let Phil in, there because he told her about how he felt, and Preston didn't believe her. Excuse me. Then Bria said, but if Phil was to do what Mariah did to me, to you, it would be a different story. Preston wholeheartedly disagree. And the way Bria be going off about Mariah, you would have thought Mariah and her came to blows. Like you would thought Mariah knocked the out of her, beat the out of her. Okay, the way she carrying on about Mariah. Um, then they dinner ended. You know, Bria still going off a little bit, all the way. Even when they got to the house, she was going off on Nick at one point, and Nick was trying to calm her down, and just said like how Milo missing her, and she just went off. I guess she thought he said something to her that was rude, and she just went off. And then sometime later, I don't know how many minutes later, but she came back downstairs, I guess in the dining room area by the kitchen, and they was at the table talking, and she came down like calm or what have you, and then she apologized to Nick, I think. And then they started talking about sleep support. Like she asked Nick and Alex, do they want to be her sleep support? Like, and they like, what's a sleep support? And she just said somebody to cuddle with in the bed at night. I'm looking like, don't you have Milo for that? And Nick got a girlfriend. And I don't think Simon will appreciate this sleep support. Girl, bye. It was a funny moment though. Um, Shanice apologized to Alex about. I think this is the next morning, the next day in the morning. Shanice apologized to Alex about her saying that she hated him about the stalking situation that came up and that her mother hated him. I'm like, a couple episodes ago, your mother didn't mind to see him naked. So I don't know how true that is about your mother hated him. Um, so they got ready for the day. They went to go play basketball. All the housemates went out to go play basketball. Um, I was kind of nervous watching this basketball thing because Jasmine was playing basketball. It wasn't just like shooting around because they were shooting around at first, but then they broke off into teams, and then she was really playing. And I'm looking like basketball is like a semi-contact because you can't get bumped or hit or elbowed. I'm like, girl, you pretty. I was a little nervous for her. But yeah, they was playing basketball except for Preston and Bria. They sat out and then they had like a little conversation on the side, Preston, they kind of like talk about the last night about what happened at the table. And Preston called her a brat, and he that didn't mean, they argue and they come back. They argue and they come back. So it's like normal, I guess, to them with they semi friendship. And then Bria brought up about would he be open to FaceTime and Phil? What happy? He said he'd be open to it, to have a FaceTime with Phil, have a conversation. So they they fight like brothers and sisters. And one moment they fighting, one moment they making up. During like after the game, Noelle became sick. She went to the washroom, she was throwing up. Shanice got home, said she twisted her ankle. Then it showed like a little flashback. I'm like, oh yeah, she definitely twisted that ankle. It was like this quick time lapse between, I guess, day and night. It's like it was moving fast. So you get these montage in between. So they got so later that night the housemates went to the club with the exception of Noah and Shanice. Bria brought Milo. I don't know why she was. You bring a dog to the club, and then she was saying like, and of course she was denied entry because you can't bring no dog to no club. You gonna hold the dog all night? People trying to dance, have a good time. Nobody want to worry about stepping on them damn Milo. And then she's talking about how her and Milo been clubbing all over the world or what have you. I'm like, well, this is the States. It's different over here, and you know that. And then she was on the phone with Simon. She had to wait in the car. Like, I don't know how long they was in there clubbing, but she was waiting in the car, her and Milo. And she was talking to Simon about him coming in, because he's supposed to be visiting, I guess, for the weekend, what have you. And yeah, and her and Milo was just chilling in the car, outside the car. And then they went home. Then finally the other housemates came out and they was done clubbing. They went home. So we have the next day. It was a mirror event. So since he's from Texas, so they was getting ready for this rodeo event that Amir put together. And before they actually went to the rodeo event space, Preston had a FaceTime with Phil, and Phil expressed that it was never his intention to offend or hurt anybody in the house, and that he was drunk and which is no justification of what went down last season. Cause taking a dump in somebody's toilet without flushing, and he was just being rude, saying some outlandish shit. I don't know. When he came in, when I look back at him, like either he had a-hole or he was drunk because he was nervous to come in the house so late to meet new people, to meet these people. So he only knew like I think a couple of people at that time. Or one. I don't know. Yeah, so they hashed it out, and Preston like accepts his apology, what have you, and yeah, that was that. So they went to the rodeo event that Amir put on, and this girl Shanice, she's is on crutches, and at one point she had to get away from the group because she had to get this important call for recruitment because she jobless, so she need a job. So I ain't mad at it. They roll on the horses except for Jasmine, due to she's pregnant, but nobody know that she's pregnant at the time, supposedly. And then after they was riding on the horse, they did this relay. It was like, yeah, some kind of relay. And they broke off into teams. Mirror team won. Then after that was over, they was riding back to the house. Jasmine texted Preston saying that it was she had a special guest coming to dinner, and some of the housemates was guessing who the special guest was. Talking about sister, mother, and said even Silas might pop up. I'm like, houseway. Anyway, but yeah. So they get to the dinner. They just wait for her special guest, and then she said the special guest was been here the whole time, and that's when she showed her bump. Said she announced that she was pregnant, and she was tired of sucking it in or whatever. I'm like, sucking it in the whole time, but I don't think she was sucking it in the whole time because, like she said, everybody was occupied. And Amir, he was shocked. He said he didn't see that coming. Everybody kind of knew because I guess the way she's presenting herself, like she's glowing, her boobs is bigger, which is because she producing milk. Yeah, so like everybody I guess knew except for Amir, so he was clueless about the whole thing. And they congratulated her. They cheered to her. They said congratulations. The only person who got up to hug her was Noelle. She was so sweet. Noelle so sweet. I like Noelle. She's a sweet girl. And and Noelle said this sweet prayer over Jasmine and her baby, and it was really sweet. And Jordan had this look on her face like she did not hug her like a hug of congratulations or what have you. And she was in her confessional saying how congratulations to them. She guessed on their first. She said she don't know if it's Silas' first child. It was like some shade. It was like unnecessary. So I'm like, I thought and Silas became cool over text, through text messages about what happened last season. So I guess not. So Jordan was shady. Talking about this might be his first child. Who knows? I mean, it was unnecessary to make that statement, in my opinion. And I think that was what the episode ended. I'm going off kind of memory at this point because, like I said, I had started taking notes and then I stopped because it was like nothing really too much going on in episode 5 for me. But I did not take notes for episode 6. So we about to get into episode 6. So I did take some screenshots for this episode. So let's see. Okay. So episode 6 is like um what's this called? Significant others weekend, like your significant other coming through. So we have Bria with Simon. Simon came through, Donald and Natalie came through for the significant other couple weekend, what have you. And yeah, um so they came through. Simon came first, then Donald, then Amir had to go pick up Natalie. And then at one point they was out talking, I guess on the deck, and Bria asked Preston, can she invite Phil? Cause Preston is putting on this party. And he said, yeah. He said, I don't have no problem, but you the one that's gonna have to invite him because he said I'm not personally doing it. And I don't blame it because they not there yet. So yeah. Um what else happened? Then Amir came home with Natalie, and some of the girls are uncomfortable with Natalie coming around because of their interaction with her. I guess in the past event, she came off standoffish. I guess she wasn't like as inviting. I guess, or she wasn't open to like really having a rapport with the ladies. Some of the ladies. Um, yeah. So Amir trying to. It was like one point he knocked on. I think was it Jordan and Shanice and Summer. I think they was in there getting ready because they had to get ready for a Preston. I think cocktail event or what have you. And and they said we getting ready. And then when they finally did get ready, he said, "Why y'all coming meet Natalie, girl?" Man, they brushed past. When I tell you they brushed past, they trying to make it out the door to get to Preston event. Then especially Jordan, she said she had this. If you seen Jordan on the show, you know her disposition when she like really trying to meet or greet any person that she's really not feeling. But I don't know if I don't think they met officially. Some of the girls did meet her at a past event, but I don't know if Jordan met her. So she just went past Amir and just hop out the door and got in the car on their way to Preston event. So I'm like, why you? Another thing, I'm like, Amir, why are you trying to press them to meet right now? I mean, they gonna y'all coming to the party, so I'm pretty sure they will meet there. But Jordan didn't really want to meet that girl. Let's be honest. Um, okay, so we at Preston. They arrived at Preston cocktail party. It was at something called Mansion. It was a nice. It looked like a nice, really nice place. Um, so the ladies arrived. Everybody looked at decent. Everybody looked at nice. I like Noelle in this orange. What else happened? Oh yeah, so they was taking pictures, what have you. Then also who was arrived was Preston friend. I don't know if his name was Michael, whatever, and Jordan's friend. I think the name was A Love or something like that. Um, I don't know their name. I can't remember their name. I think that's what their names are. But I didn't know they was like. I thought it was just significant others, but it was like significant others and friends weekend. So because everybody don't have a significant other, so that was cool. To get to see the friends as well, have more people besides the cast. Because kind of get tired of just seeing the cast having a party. I'm not gonna hold you. I would like to see more people, you know. Um, so Mariah and Phil arrived together, of course. Um, they arrived at the party and they was greeting people. Um, Bria kind of looked nervous. I don't know why. Um, Nick don't really care for Phil. So he could take it or leave him basically. Um, at this point, and then someone asks Amir, I guess, will he apologize to Mariah because it was technically his fault of the incident that happened last year where he put the dog clothes into the laundry and then dry it with the laundry with regular clothing and what have you. And it was and she texted I guess Amir last when it after the episode aired, I guess, or last year, and asked him like you need to be accountable about what you did and apologize. And he said he don't feel like he need to apologize to Mariah. I'm looking like excuse me, it won't cost you nothing. It won't cost you nothing to take accountability and to apologize to Mariah and Bria, in my opinion. Because if you would have stepped in, that would not escalate it. Because he's talking about she went home anyway because she put hands on Bria. I'm like, she did and she didn't. But it didn't have to go there of a verbal altercation with them two if you would have stepped in like, oh my bad, that was my fault. I put the dog clothes with the laundry. So it would not escalate it. So yeah, so that's him saying that is like one of the reasons why Amir is like low on my list with the guys. Like I don't care for him. Yeah, I really don't care for him. So yeah, yeah, that's like one of the reasons why. But what else happened? And then Phil, it's like an apology tour. So we have uh no, we're gonna start with Mariah and Bria. Mariah approached Bria, say like, can we talk? So they went to the side and talk. And Mariah, they apologized like what happened last year, and she didn't know that uh it wasn't Bria who did it was actually Amir. And she didn't know it wasn't Bria because Bria didn't really say it wasn't her either. But it was like it was she just apologized for her approach to it instead of, I guess hearing her out when it actually happened. And yeah, so basically, they apologized. Mariah and Bria apologized to each other, and they over it. And Bria said she appreciated Mariah reaching out to her numerous of times, trying to, have the conversation about what happened, apologize about what happened, and what have you. And it should not escalate it that far. And they found especially when they found out uh, who fault was it really. Um, so they moved past it, and now they on a good rapport. And then now we have Phil pull the fellas aside. He pulled Nick, Alex, Amir, and Preston came as well. Even though him and Preston already had a FaceTime conversation, it's just more Preston Preston had to be present because he was involved in he was part of the cast last year. So he was just standing by as he apologized to the rest of the fellas and talking about how he had tequila, he was drunk or what have you, and Nick said that shouldn't be an excuse. He said it's not an excuse. He shouldn't justify that as an excuse. So, and Amir said like the reason why he got buck at him because he was like in protective mode of his housemates. Because let's be honest, when Phil came in the house last year, he was on some not demon time, on some other ish. And he was wild for that, and his approach to those people, Preston, Nick, and Alex, and Amir, and stuff like that. And as he apologized before he apologized to fellas, Jordan excused herself because she got to go set up for her Freaknik event that she having later on that night. And she said she don't want to talk to Phil. She don't want her no involvement with Phil, even though Phil didn't really do nothing to her. She approached him last year. If you want to be real about it, she approached him like she was gonna f him up because Jordan. She has the energy thing. She can whoop a dude ass, and I'm like, no, why you don't approach no dude like that? Because if he knocked the f out of you, and then what? He be going to jail or what have you. Then they be jumping on him. Like you can't be approaching no dude like that. Cause some dudes will hold off and hit you. So yeah, eh. And she holds on a grudge like no other. Hold on a grudge, okay? And for what I heard, I don't even watch Winter House. I heard she was a different person over there on the Winter House with the clear folks. But over here with her people, she wanna be angry and mad. Child can't. And so yeah. Um Phil apologized to the fellas, what have you. They somewhat accepted it and what have you. So it's like they just cleared the air, and I'm glad they cleared the air. And like I said a couple episodes ago, I think um that they should apologize at a mutual spot before they just accept them in the house. So I'm glad to see that it happened. So to clear the air and they can move on, hopefully. And Mira said, as long as you don't do what you did last year, so hopefully it won't happen again. And they wrapped up the President cocktail party. So they had home to the house because Jordan is like setting up for the Freaknik event that's happening um later that night. And you get a montage of everybody getting ready, they attire, what have you. So when okay, who came down? Alex came down first. T Money or whatever you want to call him. They had like a nickname for Alex. Alex came down first, yeah. So he had a nickname T Money or what have you. And then baby, when Nick came down, aka Nikki V, the girls don't lost their damn minds because this boy, he put up basically he just put on. He did not wear his glasses. Just put on a hat, fake gold chain, and some fake tattoos. And the girls that lost his mind. Even Jordan's friend had to had screenshot. I had to capture that screenshot of the face of Love up there. They looking like what? Like a huge change from Preston Cocktail. Like it's not a huge change. I should say it's a change. It's a noticeable change because you're not used to seeing Nick dress up this way. So it was fresh and just a different swag, I guess. So it's like more of a swag that Shanice and Summer, I guess, are. Even Noelle, little Noelle is like appeal to. So yeah, they kind of lost their minds. They was teasing him or what have you. Um, when Alex came down, he had tattoos on too, but he had like a shirt over his, so and hat as well. And guess who was right there taking pictures, honey, to catch the Kodiak moment? Yeah, girl, Sama. You know, she had to take a picture of her man, the man who was inside of her. Um, anyway, then we also see a mirror and his girlfriend getting ready as well. They was taking a long time, especially his girlfriend. She was like doing her makeup. Everybody, so after everybody meet up in the kitchen dining area situation, they made their way to the backyard where the party, Freaknik party, is happening. Um, yeah, she was still doing her makeup, child. It was given like she was taking her time because she really don't want to interact with these folks. But hey, yeah, that's what it was given. But yeah, so they moved outside to the Freaknik, and it was a nice little setup, colorful. They had like a little spray painted backdrop or what have you, and you see Summer shaking her butt, her ass. And you get Jordan. She switched her wig to a short wig, and she got on the mic and told, welcome to Freaknik, and kind of give like a little background history of how um Freaknik became what it became, and they began to party, having a good time, taking pictures, drinking, and then Mariah was there too. I am like, this Mariah because, mind you, at the cocktail party, she had long hair, but when we get to Freaknik, they switched wigs. So I guess I know Jordan switched wigs, but I ain't know that Mariah was switching wigs. So I'm like, that's Mariah. Yeah, so she had on a short wig as well. And then you have Simon white ass. He put like this little curly fro on, reddish, brownish curly fro, and had a hat on. Then they was teasing him, calling him Jack Harlow. It was funny. So everybody was having a good time to be had. Then at one point, uh, they was in a hot tub. Amir and his girlfriend, Natalie, they was in a, and then the friends was hanging around as well in the hot tub, and they asked them how it feels to be living with each other, what have you, and like what's the next step. Kind of do like a little light grill on them, and she talking about like she's glad like they are on the same career path, or he's on her team now or what have you. And then he talking about engagement is the next step. So I'm like, she talking about work, job. He talking about engagement, and it's like two different things. I don't know if they on the same page or the same book or what's the next step will be. But they living together, and I don't think they've been together that long. So, and I think Shanice expressed like she wants Amir to take his time because it's like moving so fast. And she said he loves love, so I was like, I guess. And then Jordan came and said they should play a game. Never have I ever. And they was playing a game. Never have I ever sucked DICK at one point. I'm like, what? It was like a little fun game. It was like, I guess during the game or in between the game, it was like it was a lot going on in this episode. So it's like kind of at one point it's kind of hard to catch it or see who said what. Because at one point, Summer had a drink in her hand. She wanted to throw a drink on Bria, and they was like, I guess cause Bria said she was scared. I guess I don't know what she's scared of. Like I guess play the game. It was like kind of unclear with that, but I guess to play the game. But all she just said, you scared, you scared. But it was just that it wasn't like nothing to cause you to almost want to throw a drink at the girl. It like wasn't that serious. I guess they was all playing, having fun. But at this point, Summer is lit. She's drunk, and she offered, I guess, common sense. I would just say so. Then they was in a hot tub at one point. Her and Bria, and they said they was just gonna squash it, let it go, apologize, and let it go. So they did that for a brief second. Then later, I guess as time went on, they eventually, I guess the freaking party part was over, so they retired to the house. Um, they just at one point, Shanice, Bria, and Summer. No, Shanice, Bria, and Noelle was chilling in her room. Then Summer came up to the room. You know, Shanice and Noelle and Bria, they were just talking, having a good time, just chatting, just playing around. I guess they still had a little energy in them, I guess from the freaking party, what have you. And Summer came up to Shanice's room on one. Said, I thought we talked about it. I thought we let it go. I thought we got over it. I thought we let it go and outside. I'm like, I don't think they was really talking about it. They were just, hanging, talking, goofing around. And yeah, Shanice, and then Summer came in, sat down, was trying to talk to Bria about it, what have you. Clearly, Summer is drunk, and Noelle and Shanice, they was clowning around because Noelle have on, I think, Shanice's wig, and she was just clowning around. They was taking pictures, what have you. And then Summer got mad at Noelle, talking about just stay with your friends or what have you. I'm like, are you territorial about Noelle having friendship, growing a friendship with Shanice and Bria? Like, what? Like, you not really her friend, to be honest, because you couldn't tell. Um, um, yeah, you couldn't tell that. You couldn't tell. Be honest with your friend about Alex being inside of you or whatever, or like what y'all true dealings was. And I think that's what I forgot to say about the last episode. It was wild. Yeah, about yeah, I forgot to mention about the last episode. See, I told you I was going off memory, so now it came back to me. Episode 5, that they was by the poolside, and Bria brought up the question, like, why you didn't be honest with Noelle about you and Alex. Summer went off on the tangent, like, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that Alex was inside of me and I made him come like how many times. It was like so crass. And it was like you can tell she's bothered by it that Alice rejected her. She thought it was something more. She needs to learn. She don't know how to have casual sex and move on. That's why I'm picking up. Like, her feelings was into it. She can't be honest about it, and she admit this episode that she holds her feelings in. She don't like to put her problems on people, what have you. So I'm like, so you just let it bottle up and then you explode? That's not healthy, and you need to talk to someone about it, like a therapist. Continue to. It's okay to be vulnerable. Like, you want people to be vulnerable with you, but you don't want to do it to them. Like, they supposed to be your friends. Like, that's what friends are for, right? Yeah, so she got mad about Noelle. Like, I guess being friends with Shanice and Bria, what have you. I guess she feel left out. I don't know why she feel left out. I think it's all in her head. She can't be that drunk. It's like it's all in her head. I don't know if it's insecurities or she said she has some abandonment issues. But Noelle didn't abandon you. She was just having a moment chilling with Shanice and Bria, and they was just goofing around. You don't have to be included on everything, you know. There are other housemates in the house you could be having a conversation with. So like it's okay. Um and then Noelle is so sweet. She's like following Summer, which was kind of getting on my damn nerves because I'm like, let her ass go. And I like Noelle. I guess she's the kind of personality like if we have a problem, let's talk it out now. But some problems, Noelle, you need to let people cool off or sober up, you know. So yeah, so she's so sweet. She kept following her around like Summer, no, 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 like trying to like plead with her, which got on my damn nerves. Damn you, Noelle. You too sweet. Too damn sweet. Yeah, then at one point, Noelle got Summer to come back to Shanice's room so they could talk it out. And then it blew up. Summer blew up again, and ended up calling Bria a dumb bitch. Bria didn't deserve that. Even though Bria do be getting on my nerves, she could be bratty at times. But Bria was chilling. She was looking confused. She was like, "I'm too tired for this shit," and she just said whatever. Cause Bria really didn't say much. Is And then Summer off calling her a dumb bitch and what have you. And then Noelle following after her. Then she knocked it over a box. She was just angry. I mean, see, that's what happened when you don't express your true feelings or have an open dialogue. If you hold everything in, you're going to explode. So, yeah, that's what the episode ended of her knocking over a box, like angry. And Noelle is following her like a little lost puppy. Yeah, so yeah, Summer got on my nerves, especially at this end. It's like she's on this emotional roller coaster. I don't know what's going on with her. It's supposed to continue into next episode, which I'm dreading to see. This episode tomorrow, episode 7. Yeah, it was episode 6 was good. We got to see people, significant others, and some friends came over. It was like everybody hanging out, having a good time until we get to the end with Summer ass ruining everything. But yeah, some apologies was made and some forgave or moved past it, about what happened last year with Mariah and Phil, and it was nice to see them. And yeah, it was a good episode. Episode 6 was good, better than 5, I should say. And let me also say that Nick girlfriend's supposed to come, I guess, the next day. So hopefully we'll see her in the next episode 7. Yeah, so I just realized, like, wait, we missing a significant other. So yeah, hopefully we see her in the next episode and we see how that gonna go. Yeah, so yeah, so that's it. That was the end of the episode. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below about your thoughts on Summer crazy ass on this emotional roller coaster, and what you think about Mariah and Phil, apologizing, pulling Bria and the fellas to the side, apologizing, and what you think about the parties and people's significant others. Yeah, so yeah, I'll see you in the next video, I guess. On track, now we gon' way up. Double use as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up.